let's go back. There's an atypical system in here. I actually recommended this one to a viewer the other day. It because he liked the design on this one too. It's very unique. I've never seen anything quite like it. In terms of gaming PC design. Go ahead and highlight it here. If we, you'll see what I mean. Let's pop over here and take a look. This guy, the Thermaltake LCGS AH3090 liquid cooled here. I've never seen a system that looks like this. I think this is one you either love it or it just is ugly to you, right? Let's see if we can get like some different angles. The tempered glass is like kind of separated out here a little bit to give it some breathing space, so it's not so compact. Here's a front view as well. Kind of looks like a spaceship from like Star Citizen or something. And here are your back peripherals. You can see how there's some gaps between the tempered glass and the system itself to allow for airflow. So despite it kind of looking like it might be more compact, it's actually designed, I think, quite well with airflow in mind. Here's the thing. We're running Ryzen 7 now on this one, right? A Ryzen 7 5800X. So where does that put us on the hierarchy? Take a look. We're number 4. And if you look at the performance difference here, realistically, between the other top ones, you're not actually losing a ton here. With the Ryzen 7 is still a fantastic CPU. So I think you've kind of balanced a little bit that price down. So we've come down again. This system's price tag is like is 5,000 on the dot. So we come down from 6,300 to 5,000, and we've made a decrease then from the Ryzen number 2 spot to the number 4 spot. We've gone down 2 spots, but we've really only dropped in terms of 1440p performance a percentage point, less than a percentage point in terms of benchmarks. If we were to actually benchmark this, let's actually benchmark this. And if we were to compare just looking, I think we want to compare it specifically. I think we can do that. All right. My camera here, let's move this off to the side here real quick. Okay. So this is the benchmark difference, the CPU mark difference, okay? You're dropping from the 5950 down to the 5800. The CPU mark is like half almost. I think it'll actually give you some percentage differences down here, if I recall. No, okay. So what does that actually mean in terms of, translating to like in-game performance? What are we talking about? What is the actual difference going to realistically be here in terms of FPS? I'm not sure I could tell you, to be honest. Without taking a look at this, just eyeballing it, 20 to 30 frames, maybe at most. Or you just want to know, is this system great? Or should you not buy it? So it's also got 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is actually low for this price tier. I feel like 32 would be more standard here, so they're actually kind of skipping you on this. And then you've got a 3090 and a 1 terabyte SSD. That's actually, I feel like they could have done better by giving you a 2 terabyte. However, considering the price tag, you're like $1,300 less than that other one, and you're still getting a pretty top tier system. What you're mainly losing again is CPU at this point. You're still getting that 3090, but you're losing the CPU. So I would say that this one is probably the most in between deal. Like, you're definitely doing better than the 4800 Omen, which was sitting here. This is a very in between. I would say for the price, you're doing one of the best though. I would say for its price, between the three, especially if you like the design, this Thermaltake one is very, very solid. We can zoom in here a little bit. You can see this a little bit tighter. Yeah. The one thing I'd say is yeah, it's just that I would rather see 32 gigabytes of RAM and 2 terabyte SSD, but those are things very easy to fix on your own. So another one that I would say is the top tier, great system to buy, unique design, this Thermaltake LCGS